Hi, I'm Julian and welcome to our course for today. So what we're going to learn today is um, some basic information about virtual assistants. So this is entitled Virtual Assistant 101. Okay, just to get started, we have to understand and we need to know what is a virtual assistant or VA. I checked online from several resources, and I found Investopedia.com. Actually, I like the way they defined a VA, so let's try to check it out here. Sabi nila, a virtual assistant is an independent contractor who provides services to clients while operating outside of the client's office. A virtual assistant typically operates from a home office but is able to access the necessary planning documents such as shared calendars remotely. Yun. So, ang root word kasi dito sa virtual assistant is virtual. Virtual meaning it's not physically there, but it's there. Like a virtual office. It doesn't have to be physical, but it's there. And another term that we use aside from virtual is remote. And definition is the same. Kaya nga, aside from virtual assistant, in this field or in this profession, we are also called remote staff or at times freelancer here. So that's definition of a virtual assistant. Well, before you think about starting your VA career, you have to assess yourself. Do you have what it takes to be a virtual assistant? And I have here three of the fundamental qualities to become a VA. Number one is resourceful. Why resourceful? Um, First of all, you need your basic internet surfing skills. This will help you a lot in your VA career. Why, you ask? Think about it. Whenever you're being hired as a virtual assistant, it means it means two things. Either your client doesn't have the time or the skill to do the task themselves. Kaya nila ina-outsource sa'yo yung trabaho. And there are times if they don't have the time to explain all the information about the task, it would be up to you to learn and to know what you need to do. So being resourceful is finding an answer to a question or finding a solution to a problem. And I don't think this would be a problem kasi we have the internet. All you have to do is just search around for resources to help you with any task that is given to you. Well, best practices or a tip for you, if you are the type of person na natututo ka by seeing how it's being done, then I suggest look for video resources. And based on my experience, when I started as a VA, my partner for learning while doing the task given to me by my client is YouTube. There are a lot of resources there. There's YouTube. All you have to do is search around, and it would help you a lot. Promise. Okay, another fundamental skill is hunger. Hunger not for food, but hunger for growth and learning. And this is very important because this would drive you throughout your VA career. When you're hungry to know more and you're hungry to learn, also you're hungry to grow. And of course, number three is your ambition. Hindi lang to applicable sa pagiging VA. This is applicable wherever you are. You have to set your goal. And of course, your goal is defined by your ambition. So I think these are the three qualities. Kaya kung iisipin mo, if you have these three qualities that yes, if you have these three qualities that I'm talking about, then it would be easy peasy, right? Parang kaya ko. I think I am the right person to work as a VA and to succeed in this career. Right. Next here, and of course, starting as a virtual assistant, you have to set up your virtual office or your home office. Um, but before anything else, I just have to clarify that whatever is listed here, not all of them are required for your home office or your virtual office. The most important um, factors here that you have to consider is the first two. Your, sorry, your desktop or laptop. It's totally up to you kung anong meron ka at kung anong gusto mong gamitin. It's up to you if you want a desktop or a laptop. And of course, your internet connection. Going back to desktop or laptop, sabi ko nga, it's always up to you. Pero kung ikaw yung tao na gusto mong pupunta sa ibang lugar while working, then I highly suggest laptop as as your tool for your virtual office. And the other important thing is your internet connection. Internet is life. You have to make sure that you have a fast and reliable internet connection because that is your bread and butter in this career while working. So these are the two most important things that you have to consider, and you really have to prepare and set up for your virtual office. For your internet connection, you have to really decide the best internet provider because there are a lot of issues from different providers. You have to assess what's best for you, what works in your area, so that there wouldn't be much issue about your internet connection. Okay. Also, for internet connection, it depends on the type of job you have or that will be working as a virtual assistant. If you would prefer, if you are working as an online English teacher, or if your job would require you to speak a lot, or it's a voice job, most often than not, they would require you a minimum of 5 to 10 Mbps speed plan. So that's something that you also have to consider. The other bullet points here for virtual office setup is highly optional, like camera. Camera would not be a problem if you have a laptop because built-in na siya. But for desktop, if it's required or recommended by the client that you have a camera, especially if you have meetings in the future, then you have to buy a webcam. Next one, we have the headset, speaker, and microphone. As I said, these are optional depending on your the type of job that you're working on. And accessories. Accessories, let's say you have a laptop and you cannot work because yung browser mo natatabunan na ng isang software or isang browser or something like that, and you cannot work if you can see your browser together with another software, then you can add an accessory which is your monitor, another monitor na pwede mong ikabit sa laptop mo. So you have dual monitor and easier for you to work to manage your tasks. All you have to do is just to purchase a monitor and then connect mo lang sa laptop mo through HDMI, then you're all set. Another accessory, for example, your laptop is, yung keyboard ng laptop mo is compressed. So, combined na yung letters as well as yung numbers sa taas niya lang. And it would be hard for you to key in the numbers kasi hindi na nakaseparate yung number key. Then, you can buy a keyboard, yung malaking keyboard na may kasamang number keypad or just the number keypad. They're always available for sale anywhere. Okay, there are two things that you have to consider if you're setting up your virtual office. First is, of course, your company or the client requirements. There. Kasi this is crucial whenever you're starting the job. They would require you specifications with your laptop, internet connection, and so forth. And second, of course, is your convenience. Why convenience? It would be easier for you to work, and you would be more productive if you're convenient with your office setup. That's why. So these are the two most important. Okay, so aside from setting up your virtual office, we also have here your email account. And this is one of the most important things that you have to set up beforehand. Email account. I know most of us meron na tayong email account kasi kailangan yun kapag nagsiset up ka ng social media account mo like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, ganun. Pero regarding setting up your email account, I highly recommend that if you have you already have your email, that's a personal email, then you have to separate. Create another one for your professional profile. Two things or one thing you have to keep in mind is to separate your personal profile from your professional profile always. Regarding setting up your email account, since I recommend you having separate for your personal and personal and professional profile, you have options for email provider. We have Gmail, Outlook, or Yahoo. It's all up to you. As long as you're comfortable using either of them, then no problem. There are just some things that you have to remember whenever you're setting up your email account. This is for your professional email account. You need to make sure that your email address that you are choosing is something that your client can easily recognize as you. Meaning, kung mag-set up ka ng email mo, better yet, just put your name on that email. Para kung sakali mang mag-send ka ng email at hindi na makita ni client yung name mo as it appears on your account, then at least, pag nakita yung email, they know na, oh, it came from Julian. Like that. So I'll give an example. For me, my name is Julian Banay Banay. I'll set up a Gmail account, and I'll use julianbanaybanay@gmail.com. Or it's okay if you can just use your first name, Julian at gmail.com, Julian Banay Banay, or julian.banaybanay@yahoo.com, something like that. As long as the email address that you're setting up looks and feels professional. Ganun. That's why, as I said earlier, we're trying to separate your personal account or personal profile from your professional profile. Okay? So, for example naman, masyado kasing generic yung apelyido mo tsaka yung pangalan mo. Mark Smith, ganon. At saka ang dami-dami ng marksmith@gmail.com. Then, you can have an option of adding punctuation marks like mark_smith@gmail.com. If it's taken, then you can use Mark Smith 1234 or a combination of numbers as long as your name is appearing on that email address that you are setting. Okay. Aside from that, you have to consider as well using message platforms. And you might ask, why do we need to use a message platform? We have an email. We have to understand that whenever you send an email, at some point the client don't usually or don't immediately receive it. That's okay if you're sending emails like business emails, or it's not really a conversation. Just a business email or just an application letter whatsoever, then email is fine. However, if you are starting a conversation with a client na lang immediate your response, then better yet, use a message platform. But before you set it up, you also need to align yourself with the client. Kung saan sila mas komportable. Kasi baka may nakaset up na pala silang messaging platform, then yun na lang yung gagamitin nyo. So, yun. Or you can suggest. And these are the three most common message platforms being used. There are a lot, again, as I said, but these are the top three most being used. We have Skype, matagal na to, as in super common. It's been here for a very long time. Kahit si Google Hangouts. Also, we have Slack there. So you can choose from the three where you and your client are most convenient in using para mas smooth ang communication nyo. Okay. All right, so let's try to check here. All right. Now, let's see. Writing the perfect resume. Writing the perfect resume. There are, I actually wrote here 10 characteristics of a perfect or effective resume that can really give that perfect first impression from your client. Looking at how your job process goes, ang pinakauna talagang mangyayari is magsisend ka ng resume. So you have to make sure that the resume that you're sending is something na talagang magbibigay ng magandang impression kay client. Ito yung mga tips for writing that perfect resume. Okay, so number 1, short. Short in a way na yung mga importante information lang yung ipagsisiksikan mo sa resume. I'm really guilty with this, especially na noon, nag-a-apply pa ako sa corporate industry. I have a resume na 3 pages that long. And you could just imagine the problem with the recruiters, kung ilan yung nag-a-apply, and then, let's say, 100 applicants with resumes na 3 pages each applicant, di ba? So, hindi na naman nila babasahin lahat. And it also applies here when you're, it mostly actually applies here when you are looking for client as a VA. You just have to make sure that your resume is short and brief, and all the important details are there. Why? First of all, whenever you, kahit siguro ikaw na mag-o-open ng file, it would be overwhelming to see a lot of information. Kaya, mas maganda, it's highly recommended na at least isang page na lang yung resume mo. Na andun na lahat ng information na kailangan ni client bago kayo mag-start ng conversation. Most important information. Number 2, it should be easy to read. You have to consider the font style, the font color, and the font size. Wag super liit, wag naman sobrang laki. And ang daming font styles dyan na pagpipilian mo, pero yung iba kasi super fancy na hindi na siya professional looking or minsan hindi na siya readable. So better use those simple fonts like sans serif or serif or century gothic. Bahala ka as long as you make sure na kung kanina mo ipapasa yung resume mo, mababasa nila ng maayos. Okay. Number 3, updated. Updated, meaning all recent information, yung pinaka-recent na information is dun sa resume. Like your work experience, your most updated contact information. If you just got married, you changed your last name. So any changes, you have to update the resume. Number 4, verifiable. Same as, somewhat connected to number 3. Number 4, verifiable, meaning these are information on your resume, and if they will be asking you for a character reference, verify those information. Let's say your past work experience. You work with a specific company at nilagay mo yun dun sa resume mo, make sure na verifiable yung information. At some point, they might be asking for a character reference so they can verify the information you provided there. A tip regarding this, for example, sa work experience mo, you cannot remember the exact date you started and you ended working with that company, then long as you remember the month and the year, then that's fine. Or the year. You can just put the range, let's say from 2011 to 2017, I worked at this particular company. So that whenever they will be calling that company asking if you work there at that specific period, then that's a verifiable information or a verified information. Number 5, kaya ako nilagyan ng slash to is a big no-no. A big no-no meaning you do not give out your personal information. Remember, as I said earlier, we have to separate our personal profile from our professional profile. So, sa resume mo, since we're making it short and brief, disregard your personal information. Okay? Personal information, let me give you an example. Let's say you are putting, may part ka na summary doon na sabihin mo na, or I have skills like this, like that, and I love reading books. I like it. Those are personal information. You don't have to include them because our point here is to make it short and brief. Yung mga relevant information lang na kailangan ni client ang ilalagay natin. Number 6, grammar. This is super important. You have to make sure na proofread yung resume mo before you submit. Regarding grammar, I highly recommend Grammarly whenever you're trying to, or you're writing anything in English. There, you can actually get grammarly.com. You can check it out. And then meron silang Chrome extension doon. Pwede mong i-download. Para each time na mag-write ka anywhere, let's say kahit sa internet, let's say you are about to write an email, then as long as you have your Grammarly extension, it would help you kasi Grammarly can immediately detect any grammatical errors, and aside from detecting, it would actually give the right or it would give the grammatical correction. So super helpful talaga siya. You can try it. Aside from writing emails, kunwari kapag nagsusulat ka sa Google Docs, ganun. Hindi, not Google Docs. Kunwari sa Canva, may ginagawa ka doon na kailangan mo magsulat or mag-type in English, then Grammarly would be helpful para mag-proofread, make sure na grammatically correct yung ilalagay mo, or yung tinatype mo. Okay, number 7, similar with number 5, this is a big no-no, monetary value or putting your salary expectations. I think something na you have to consider is, again, being professional. So this is monetary value or your salary expectations is something that you talk about in person with your prospect or with your client. Because, at saka, not to worry, because after you get hired, it's up to you naman or up to you and the client kung merong contract, then doon nyo ilalagay yung mga yung mga specifications about salary and compensation. So please don't put it on your resume. The monetary value, it's a big no-no. Number 8, action words. Action words. Verbs. So this is most applicable. Let's say may part sa resume mo na may summary. Kunwari may summary ka doon and you want to summarize all your skills maybe or all the relevant information in a paragraph. Then you have to pwede mong lagyan ng maraming action words. And it would benefit the both of you kasi parang something na mabibigyan mo ng impression si client na, ay, doer ito. Ito yung mga nagawa niya. At ito yung mga kaya niyang gawin. It's action word. There you go. And number 9, contact information, of course. Do not forget putting your contact information. Kasi this is, for example, they got your resume and they might have deleted your contact information. At least they have a record of it, so they can immediately get in touch with you. And I recommend na if you're going to put your contact information, it's something where they can easily see it. Contact information like your phone number and your email address. And it depends on you. This is highly optional if you would like to your LinkedIn profile. It's also okay. And number 10, all the information that you are putting in your resume should be relevant. Kaya nga sabi natin, it should be short and brief para yung mga relevant details lang ang ilalagay mo doon sa iyong resume. And I will have a different webinar or a different recording para sa mga sample resumes. So pwede naman nating himay-himayin at usapan in detail ito. Since this one is just an introduction. Okay. So moving forward, aside from writing your perfect resume, is of course writing your cover letter. And as it says here, your cover letter is your sales pitch. Because imagine if you are applying for a job, hindi agad-agad bubuksan ni client ang resume mo. They would also need to check your message to them. Remember that your cover letter, as I said, this is your sales pitch. This is your very first conversation with your prospect client or the company that you're applying for. So these are some tips in writing a good or a very nice cover letter. Number 1 is the subject. Regarding subject, it depends. Kasi there are job posts wherein they would already tell you what the subject should be whenever you're going to send an email. However, if it's not really specified kung anong subject yung kailangan mong ilagay doon, then make sure yung subject na ilalagay mo or gagamitin mo is related to what you are going to talk about. So for example, you are applying as a virtual assistant, then you can just put their application for virtual assistant position. But because if you can just imagine your email or your email setup, pagka-open mo ng Gmail mo, kunwari, hindi mo makikita agad yung body ng message. Ang unang-una makikita mo doon is yung subject. And kung ikaw yung tipo ng tao na mag-skim ka lang para makita mo kung ano yung mga email na importante, then it makes sense that you need to make sure that the subject is clear and at point. Talagang, it's for an application for the virtual assistant job post na pinost ni client. Okay. Number 2, addressing the recipient. Again, it depends if your client or the recruiter need their name, then yes, you have to address them as you have to address them on the body, like Dear James. And again, regarding this best practice, something that I would recommend, you don't have to put your first and last name when addressing them. You don't have to say, "Hi, James Smith." It's so generic, and although some other people would say it's professional, it's something that it's not really something that would start a conversation. Okay. So for me, this is one thing that I would highly recommend. You can just address them by their first name if it's available. If their name is available, like just say, "Hi, Julian." "Hi, Dear James," something like that. However, if their name is not available and you're really not sure on how to address them, then you don't have to address, just say hi. That's your starting hi. Okay. Number 3, whenever you make your cover letter, you have to make sure that you are highlighting your important points. Okay. There are two types of cover letters. It depends on the job type. Yeah, the type of job that you're applying for. For example, you are applying for a position, then it's a different cover letter as compared to if you're applying for a project. If you want to get a project, so meaning this is just a short-term project as compared to applying for a position. Again, regarding this, I would create another video which would be in detail, and also I'll be providing samples regarding cover letter. Maybe I'll create one for resume, kasama niya na yung cover letter topics. But these are just some of the important points you have to understand, and you have to make sure na laman ng cover letter mo. Okay. Number 4, don't forget to attach your resume. Baka makalimutan mo. Your resume, pinaghirapan mo yung gawin. Pinaghirapan mo yung maging short and brief and relevant. So you have to make sure that at the end, you attach your resume before sending your email. Okay. Number 5 is include all contact options. But regarding this matter, I highly recommend that whenever you're putting your contact options, hindi ka yung pushy, pinagsisendan mo ng email na, this is my phone number, this is my email, please contact me immediately, something like that. What I suggest is maybe setting up in Gmail to have a signature. May set up sa mga email providers where hindi mo na kailangang mag-write lagi ng signature. Pwede mo lang i-set up doon. And I recommend that whenever you set up your signature, you add your contact information. It looks very professional. Sinasabi ko na. So, you just take a note of this na kapag mag-set up ka ng signature, put your first and last name, and then below it are your contact information like your phone number and your email. Kung naka-receive ka na dati ng mga business emails, makikita mo rin na yung tanggalingan ng email, usually meron silang signature, and yung signature nila would include your contact information. And that way, nabibigyan mo si client or si recipient ng information pero hindi ka pushy na ito yung information ko. It's just part of the email kasi sa signature part na. Okay? There you go. At saka, I think that's as well, if you, kung sakaling nakalimutan mo na hindi mo na ilagyan ng contact information, andun na, signature, sa may signature part, siya nang magsisave sa'yo. Okay? Pero may mga ibang, naman, may mga ibang nag-post ng job na sila na mismo nag-specify na whenever you send your cover letter, please include your contact information. Pero since you have your signature there, then you don't have a problem. Unless they're specific to asking your Skype ID, your LinkedIn profile, etc. Okay. Right. Number 6. Okay. Same with the resume, kaya ako nilagyan ng slash. It's a big no-no. Please don't use generic cover letters. And this is why this is what I added here because I'm guilty. Guilty ako dito. Especially nung nag-start pa lang ako, I have no idea what a cover letter is. I had to search for samples in Google. And yun ang ginamit ko, yung mga nakikita ko lang na sample online, which is ang dami-dami, but they are so generic. Maybe since you're starting, it could be something that you're doing. However, I think since you're also since I'm not recommending it, you can try and check samples para may idea ka kung ano yung isusulat mo. Parang lang sila, parang guide mo lang, pero hindi yung kokopyahin mo yung mga nakikita mo online. ako. Guilty talaga ako dun. That's why I'm saying it. Why? Because, as I said earlier, your cover letter is your very first conversation. And you don't want it to make your conversation very generic, very boring. It's like you've seen it before. Try to personalize it. In that way, it would be easier for you to send the message, send your sales pitch to your prospect client. Pero in time, of course, so, sa dinami-dami siguro ng generic cover letters na mababasa mo online, marami ka nang makukuhang input. It would be easier for you to write your own cover letter. So yes, you can always check online for generic cover letters, but at least just absorb formatting or the formatting from those cover letters, and then better yet, you write one on your own. Right. Number 7, same with resume, proofread grammar, punctuations. You have people check before you send it over. You're making a first impression from your client. Your cover letter, since it's your very first conversation, is also your very first impression to your client. It's before you even talk to your client. Talagang super important for your sales pitch. So, dapat free of any forms of error. As I said earlier, please download Grammarly or anything similar to Grammarly na may Chrome extension para it would be easier to track. Say we're just human. We cannot always write a perfect English sentence. At times we make mistakes, may nami-miss din tayo. Minsan din hindi natin napapansin na may mali. Kailangan natin ng tulong. Yun. So, that's what I recommend. Number 8, font, color, and style. It also should be readable. And this is your professional conversation. So, make sure na hindi siya super fancy. It's not just a casual conversation. So, better yet, use a font style which is simple, like sans serif or serif. And then your font color, just plain black will do. Okay. Another no-no is using negative words. Negative words like I don't, I won't, I will not, I cannot. Instead of using those, rephrase it to I can do, I will do, I may. Something like that. Just don't use negative words. See, it would give an impact to the client. You can always rephrase it in a way na pareho pa rin yung sense. At least you are not using those negative words. And number 10, ask questions. Sometimes there are job posts that are that are so vague, or they have limited information na nilalagay nila doon. I don't know why, but recruiters sometimes should also make sure that they have the detailed information. In case you have any questions before you start your formal conversation through an interview, better yet, ask questions via your cover letter. Also, this is a good thing because it would give an impression from the client na you read through their job posts and you are so interested in learning more about them or about the job you're applying for. Better yet, ask questions. Okay. So what's next for us? Okay, this is interesting. Since you have your resume ready and you have your cover letter ready, where do you get your clients or where do you apply for a job? Super daming platforms na available dyan that you can apply for. You have the most popular Upwork, freelancer.com, Hubstuff, and my most recommended, LinkedIn. I will be providing a different course regarding LinkedIn, an introduction, as well as how you can optimize your LinkedIn profile to get clients. But these are some of the job platforms where you can apply for jobs. You would like to check so that before you apply, you can just go through the platforms. If you really want to find clients there, you can create a profile first before applying for a job. Okay. Now, tapos na tayo sa paggagawa ng resume. Tapos na tayo sa paggagawa ng cover letter. Nakahanap ka na ng interesting job na gusto mong applyan. Nasend mo na yung cover letter mo and your resume. And boom, the client nag-ask for an interview. So these are some of the tips for you to ace your interview. Okay. Number 1, research. Siyempre, kilalanin mo muna yung kakausapin mo. You need to know first what type of company. What's important about researching is for you also to know where you fit in that company. Kunwari, nag-apply ka for a position. Alam mo na you already can imagine where you fit and what you can offer to the company. That's why you have to really research. Okay? It's very important kasi minsan nag-a-apply tayo, nag-a-apply lang, pag andyan na yung interview, hindi mo na alam kung anong gagawin mo kasi you don't have any idea of what they're talking about. So better yet, be prepared. Yan. So do your research. Number 2, distraction. Pero since naka-slash siya, avoid distraction. You have to focus on the person na nag-i-interview sa'yo. Why? First of all, you have to absorb any information that they're providing. And second, you have to really listen to them kasi they'll ask you questions. So you can easily answer. Kasi okay lang kung maybe there's a problem with the line na hindi mo sila marinig. Pero yung ilang ulit na magpapaulit mo yung tanong sa kanila, it's already an implication na hindi ka nakikinig, na distracted ka. Alright? Okay. Next, let's take a look. What's next? Check everything. Check everything. Ano bang kailangan kong i-check? Usually, give you, let you imagine kung ano ang interview. Usually, ganito siya. Virtual lahat. At times, your client would ask you your client would tell you na, let's have an interview, I want to talk to you. Maybe let's set up a Skype call. Kaya kanina, sinabi ko na, you have to set up also your instant messaging platform para sa mga ganitong klase ng mga situation, like an interview. So, most common kasi ang Skype for interview. Pero Hangouts, ganun din. Yun. So, you have to check everything. You have to be prepared. Kaya kailangan mong make sure na there's na walang problema sa internet connection, walang problema sa yung hardware, your PC, your laptop before anything starts. Kasi, again, you're making an implication to the client, impression to the client. Okay, you have to check everything. Number 4, on time. This is something that you really have to understand. Client value their time. That's why they are outsourcing tasks to you. Maybe it's not just about their limitations in skills, but they don't have the time to do things themselves. That's why they need you. You have to make sure that you value their time. Pag sinabi nila na ang interview is 8 p.m., 7:50 or 7:45 pa lang nakalagin ka na. 7:45 pa lang nagme-message ka na I'm ready or I'll be waiting for you, talk to you soon, something like that. Okay? It's also making an impression. Kasi being on time or being early, you are respecting their time already. So it's giving a good impression to your prospect. Okay. Regarding answering questions, you have to be very generous. Kunwari, ang question nila is answerable by yes or no, you don't stop at answering yes or no. You also have to give details about your answer. Like, for example, if they ask you, do you have any experience working as a virtual assistant? You can just say, yes. Bitin, di ba? Eh di magtatanong pa sila. Sabihin nila, magpa-follow up question ba sila? So, you should initiate. After saying yes, you can say, I've worked with this company and this is what I've done with this company, working as a VA, something like that. So it would be easier for the both of you. The flow of the interview would be smoother. You answer questions, answer it generously as you can, but on point. And number 6, follow up. At times, it's a case-to-case basis. Sometimes, kapag before nag-end yung interview, yung nag-interview sa'yo would often tell you na you're hired. Ganun. Or they would tell you na, after this conversation, you'll be receiving an email regarding the result of our interview. Just check your email often. Pero, kunwari, client, sabi niya, okay, thank you for your time and you'll be hearing from me soon. Tapos, your interview was 8 p.m. Wala kang na-receive na any information or any result from the client, maybe 8 in the morning the next day, then you can start following up. Pero ano lang, hinay-hinay din tayo sa follow-up kasi syempre baka nakalimutan lang ni client or busy lang kaya hindi niya nasabi sa iyo na okay na pala. But just follow up, remind the client. Okay. There. So these are some tips how you for you to ace your interview and to get the job. Right. So what else do we have here? Okay. This is something optional, pero highly recommended and highly it depends because others would require having you sign a contract, others won't. But I would highly recommend pag kung wala mang formal na contract between you and your client, then you can create one. And we have the independent or employment contract. Usually ang nakalagay dito is your salary or compensation, benefits if applicable, kung may napag-usapan kayo about benefits, the duration of the contract, when would it expire, non-compete clause, and confidentiality clause. Regarding contract, I said I highly recommend it, or talagang pinupush ko for you to have a contract with your client para klaro lahat. So that you're also secured. Now, this is what you expect from the client, and this is what the client expects from you. You expect from the client that you will be paid this amount. That's for your salary. And you're expecting the client to give you this benefits, this commission. There. So, those should be in detail sa contract nyo. Also, the duration. Contract will commence at this date and will end at this date. Para you can discuss pagka end of contract na kayo, you can make a discussion with your client maybe before you start creating another contract. If there are any changes, like maybe a salary increase, then you can base it from this, yung pinakaunang contract nyo. Non-compete clause. May mga client, may mga companies na sobrang clingy sa'yo, na ayaw nilang magtrabaho ka sa iba. So, sometimes they would make it clear na if you work for me, you work for me only. There are companies na gano'n ang requirements nila. So, kaya merong non-compete clause na nakalagay sa contract. And then we have confidentiality clause. Oh, of course, especially if you're a virtual assistant, all information is confidential to you and only your client. So these are all um, identified or all written in the contract na gagawin mo. Unless they already have theirs, may mga dinadagdag-dagdag pa kasi sila dyan eh. What's very important before you send over a contract that you created or before you sign a contract na binigay sa'yo to sign, you have to make sure that you read it in detail. Para alam mo lahat ng benefits mo, alam mo ng lahat ng responsibility mo. Okay? And if you're not clear before you sign it, you can ask the recruiter to clarify any information that you're not clear on. Okay? Right. And since everything is virtual, like, syempre magsisend ka ng contract, they would ask you for a signature. Everything is already virtual. Hindi mo na kailangan ng, hindi na kailangan mag-fax. Yung mga ganun, di ba dati? Mag-fax pa ng, wala namang, hindi naman uso ang fax machine. Kaya, hindi na problema yun ngayon. If they would need your signature, there are different softwares that you can use and you can choose from na online, and you can create an e-signature para makapag-sign ka na doon. And same with them. These are some na pwede mong gamitin. You have DocuSign, Adobe e-signature. We also have Panda. There. These are different softwares. Use whichever you are convenient to use or whichever kung anong convenient si client gamitin. Here. And for contracts, there are a lot of, kasi pag gagawin mo itong mag-isa, na wala kang guide, sobrang madugo. So, you can always check online for samples that would help you write your own contract. Here. And just maybe copy some information as well, para pero just to make sure, dapat klaro yung contract mo. And you have to really read it before you sign. Okay. All right. Best practices for growing your career as a virtual assistant. Okay. These are based on experience. Saka ito rin yung mga yung mga nire-recommend, yung mga laging sinasabi ng ibang VA. Kaya successful sila sa field na to. Number 1, again, I may be overemphasizing it, how important this is. But it's really important. Kaya laging number 1 siya. Be early. Value time. Kasi, aside from yung client is binabayaran tayo sa trabaho na ginagawa natin, they're also paying us with the time na nakukonsume natin. Unless of course it's project-based, pero also you're consuming time. So you have to make sure that you value time there. Because whenever you value time, you also value your client. Number 2, get to know your client. Of course, kailangan mong kilalanin kung kanino ka nagtatrabaho. Para na din, there's a mutual relationship with the both of you. Easier for you to work with each other. Kasi you already know your client as well as the company you are working for. Number 3, exceed expectations. Meaning you under-promise, but you over-deliver. Hindi yung, yes, I can do it. Yes, you'll be expecting something like this as a result. So it's better na if your client would ask you to do something, you can just say yes. Maybe you can give some points on what you will do. Pero what you will show or what will be the result is something that you would not expect. Parang, uy, nice, boom. This is more than what I expected. You over-deliver. That's number 3. Number 4, accountability. What is accountability if you ask? It's being responsible for your actions. there are times that we make mistakes, which is okay with us, okay din kay client. Because you also have to understand that we are human, we make mistakes. But being accountable for our mistakes is something else. You have to be responsible. Kung nagkamali ka, it's better na you own it and you really tell the client that you made a mistake and you're going to fix that mistake. That's being accountable. Okay? Kasi it's actually nakaka-turn off kahit saan siguro, kahit kanino siguro na pag nagkamali ka, hindi mo pa tinatanggap. That you are making excuses. Di ba sa kahit ang ka pumunta, it's nakaka-turn off siya. What more sa client? So better yet, you accept you accept your mistake. You tell it to the client na, yes, I'm really sorry, I made a mistake, but I will fix this. I'll do something else. That's being accountable. Number 5, accept criticisms. Criticisms. This is something that would help you grow. Criticisms are like, how can I explain it? Criticisms kasi minsan masakit sila. Totoo. You just have to see beyond the criticism. And it's also very helpful for you because whenever you accept criticism and someone criticizes you, you just have to be thankful because it will help you grow and it would help you change for the better. You accept lang na accept. Minsan masakit man, pero makakatulong din talaga. Number 6, say no. Okay, say no. Bakit? Oh, ganon. There are times maybe that you are being given a job or you are applying for a job and it defeats your kung ano yung paninindigan mo. Don't be afraid to say no. There would always be other opportunities for you. I'll give you an example regarding this. I don't have anything against sites, online dating sites, but at times they promote obscenity, which is, for example, for us Christians, it's against your against sa paninindigan mo, against sa paniniwala mo. And that's the first job na pang ino-offer sa'yo. If it's against you, then it's better na you say no. There would always be other opportunities for you. Huwag kang matakot na, huwag mong isipin na, sige na nga, ito na nga lang. Kasi, sayang naman, something like that. But if it defeats kung anong paninindigan mo, then I think you wouldn't last long then. So better yet, say no. Here, that's important. Okay. Number 7, and this is something for you to help you balance your personal life as well as your personal and working life. Okay, your time management. Ang dami kong kilalang VA din na they have a lot of clients. And at times, just like me, I have a lot of clients. Other people would ask me kung natutulog pa ba ako, may time pa ba ako sa family ko, something like that. You know what? It's all about time management. And also regarding time management, you have to make sure that even if you work as hard as you can, you make time for yourself and you make time for your family. Kaya rin parang medyo similar siya sa saying no. Kunwari, punong-puno na yung oras mo, na wala ka hindi mo na kayang ipagsiksikan isa pang client na gustong magbigay ng trabaho sa'yo, then say no. Huwag kang manghinayang. Kaysa magkasakit ka, walang ka na ng oras sa sarili mo, wala ka ng oras sa family. especially if you're a working mom. Because I know and I understand I'm a mom as well. The main reason I work as a virtual assistant, my goal is to make sure that I have a career where I'm growing professionally, but as well nababalance yung relationship ko with my family. So that it's really growing in your career as a VA. It's really something that you have to kailangan mo ring i-check lahat from your ambition, from your goals. There. So these are all very helpful tips for you. So there, going back to time management, yes, you have to balance everything. You have to budget your time to make sure na nagagawa mo yung trabaho mo on that time. Kaya, if you work at home, ang daming distractions, right? Whenever you're working, there are times na, can I check Facebook for a while, and then you're already consuming 30 minutes or 1 hour just checking Facebook instead of finishing your job. So better yet, manage your job. Manage your time and budget na matapos mo lahat. Here. Number 8, communicate. Of course, this is important. You have to communicate. You have to make sure na i-voice out mo sa client mo. For example, these are unforeseen circumstances na biglang nawala ng kuryente, biglang nawala si internet, nagloko si internet. Unforeseen circumstances. Siyempre, since walang internet, hindi mo masasabi kay client na, nawala ng internet. Boss, paano yan? Parang ganun. Tapos biglang, bumalik na yung internet or yung kuryente. You have to communicate with the client. You have to be open. You have to tell them na, boss, I'm so sorry, something came up, pero okay na siya ngayon. Boss, nawala ng internet kanina. However, everything is okay now. I just want to let you know. Like that. Yeah, it's important that you and your client set up a messaging platform where you can have a conversation with each other as compared to just having the email. Kasi minsan may immediate concern si client, hindi niya na may lalagay sa mga do softwares na parang immediately he needs it. But at least you have the messaging platform wherein you're going to receive instant messages and you can reply and you can help the client immediately. There. Number 9, be indispensable. This is connected sa lahat ng nandyan sa 1 to 8 na yan. Be indispensable. Meaning, make sure na iisip ni client na hindi nila kayang mabuhay na wala ka. Hugot. Yes, be indispensable. Siyempre, if you do everything from numbers 1 to 8 and more, then your client will value you. They would think na they cannot finish anything without you, or the business would not move or would not work as usual without you. There. So be indispensable. And number 10, upgrade. Kaya nga tayo maraming mga webinars for you to also upgrade and grow. So, since earlier, sabi ko nga, fundamental qualities for becoming a VA, hunger for growth, hungry to learn. So, yun, you have to venture. You have to, wag kang matakot mag-try ng something new. Because maybe that's something new would help you in the long run. It would be much easier for you. For example, may napanood kang webinar, tapos talagang inaral mo yung webinar na yun. And then suddenly si client may pinagawa. And then, yung pinagawa niya is similar to yung course na napag-aralan mo, then it would be easier for you, right? It would take less time for you to research on things, more time for you to do the task and deliver it immediately to your client. Kaya nga, di ba, valuing time. And actually, this is something na hindi ko nailagay dito sa top na best practices. Something that I really value is integrity. Working as a virtual assistant, hindi ka laging nakikita ni client. The client doesn't, unless of course, they would really want to check kung ok man sila na gusto nila check lahat ng ginagawa mo, then wala kang magagawa. But most often than not, your client won't really know what to do. So, it's integrity. Doing the right thing even if no one is looking at you. Yun. I think even if hindi man makita yan ni client, it's something that you value in yourself. And it would also, parang may maproproduce din siyang result in the long run. Here. So these are some of the best practices to help you grow in your virtual assistant career. All right, so that ends our introduction for virtual assistant. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You may send us a message, or if not, you can just pwede kayong mag-comment na lang sa my comment section. So, kunwari meron kayong mga reactions regarding this video, or the better way to help you learn as well, then feel free to send us a message or write down a comment or post. Okay? And thank you so much for your time. I really hope you learned from this course, and I look forward to teaching you more next time. Thank you.